Well, hello to all my family members out there. This is your brother Dana coming to you from Chicago. I have not done a video such as this one for quite some time. A video where I want to share with you my heart and who we are as one love family. I got a text from my sister not too long ago, and she's all concerned about myself and my baby brother in all that we are doing for my mother, as my father had just passed away from COVID on November the 17th. And she's concerned that we're going to get burnt out. She doesn't want us to get burnt out, that we're carrying the load. And after I got her text message, I text her back. And upon that, words returned to my spirit. Healing. Son, I need you to speak healing into your sister. And then it dropped into my spirit that is what we at One Love, myself and my purpose in exposing truth of who the true chosen people are. But in that, my purpose is to bring healing. Healing to the true chosen people, that you finally recognize who you are, your true identity, and the reasons for all that you've endured, you and your ancestors, for 400 years. It also brings healing to us Gentiles, your white family members, when we finally, because of our love for you and our love for justice and seeing all that goes on, there begins to be a healing, because that truth now sets me free as well. And I lost a little track. I went a little astray on this prior to me getting COVID the second week of October, where the Most High Yah put me in bed for over 4 weeks, losing close to 30 pounds. But it was in that season that he reminded me of all he has called me to do over these past 28 years while living here in the inner city of Chicago. And he said, son, it was your mission of love. It is the way that you would look at the young men out on the street selling drugs, but you would look at them and speak to them in love as kings, as businessmen, and not as drug dealers or unwanted people. I walked into Cook County Jail for 18 years, and I would refuse to hear or did I ever ask anybody what crime they had committed, because my purpose, the Most High told me, was to go in there and was to love, not judge, not condemn, but to bring words of healing in the form of love. For perfect love casts out all fear. And I lost track of that as I started to become unpure in my motive of my messages, to either prove my point to be right or to condemn my white family members because of that which lied in my heart. Well, that love was greatly challenged when I did my father's eulogy and speaking about how my father overcame his racist attitudes. I spoke it in words of love to all of my family members. And that is the reason why many of them got up and walked out. And then later texted me, letting me know that I was a disgrace to the family and dishonor of my father. But if I resent them, then I am by means not worthy to sit and speak about love, especially when you, my black brothers and sisters, have extended a love to me. I didn't just get up and walk out of your funeral, but my ancestors enough have oppressed you and beat you and done injustice to you for 400 plus years. And then I think of my desire to be like my Savior, Yahshua HaMashiach, who on that cross said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. He's called me to be a vessel with a mouthpiece of love, even to those family members that got up and walked out. 1 Corinthians 13:13, and now abideth faith, hope, charity. These three. But the greatest of these three is charity and love. We need a time of love. We need a time where we who are awakening in this truth can come together in love as we begin to heal together of everything we've been taught, everything that was taken from you, and everything that we are now being revealed to. And that is exactly what One Love is going to be all about. Not to fight, not to argue, because coming from a group of people that I was taught that we basically knew everything man could know about the Bible and religion called Christianity, I have realized that above all, I knew nothing, if anything. And I will not go back into that type of a mindset. And what has steered me out of all those lies into the truth that I sit with before you today is the love of the Father. That when I wanted to seek him and sought him with all my face, he said, I will find. He told me that nothing or no one would be able to take him out of my hands. And what has kept me on this narrow path is living a life of love, bring words of healing to people who are hurt, and to walk with those who have been injured by religion, injured by life. I was able to spend the afternoon with one of the young men that I began mentoring almost 28 years ago. I had the honor of marrying him. And so he knew my mother and father. And so when Mom came out here just before the holiday, we went out and spent the afternoon with Alan and his wife, Aquino. And at one point, I heard Alan tell my mom, he said, you know, Dana really loved all of us. He provided us a place that kept us from getting hurt out on the streets. And while we were there, he always tried to encourage us and make us feel we were worth more than what everybody else was saying. And that is what One Love is all about. Is providing a place for those of us who recognize we've been hurt. We want to know the truth. We're coming into truth. A place where love covers over a multitudes of sin as we work through everything we need to work through together because we have a passion and a desire, and that is to be pure and holy from the inside out in the way that we live and honor our Savior and our God, the Most High Yah. And then the Most High Yah reminded me to remind all of you, or tell some of you for the first time, One Love was given to me from about 10 young men who would come to school at times, but was highly affiliated with gangs and drug dealing. And when we began our little group together to get them to come to school and to stay in school and to be changed in who they thought of themselves, I'd buy them pizza every week. And pretty soon we put together our own little club, and they came up with a name called One Love. Well, that group in about 2 months grew to about 35, 40 sophomore, juniors, and seniors. At the end of that school year, I was told by the social worker that all the young men that were a part of One Love graduated, while most of them were doomed to not even succeed. Why? One Love. Love brings healing. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is long-suffering. Love is loyal. Love is the life that we experienced in our readings of a man by the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. This is your brother Dana coming to you from a place in One Love. Shalom, family.